Hello. Let's go run some errands, okay? I recorded a lot this morning, and I'm gonna put those in here because it's just my garden and Gracie in the yard and all that stuff, so I'll put all that in. And there's some funny parts in that too. You know me. I often say the wrong word or bring up something slightly inappropriate. Slightly. Talking about falling yesterday and the day before, I'm going to retell this story because I have so many more followers now than I did when I told the story. It's a doozy, okay? But I would also like to say that I don't laugh when people fall and they're hurt, okay? I laugh when people fall and they're also laughing and there's no broken bones sticking out and things like that, because it's just funny, okay? I can assure you that when I fell on the driveway and broke my back, I fell on ice, I didn't laugh. I did not laugh. So there are differences in falling. I just want to make that clear because, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So I didn't actually fall in this story. Okay, so in like 2008, I had to fly to Sandusky, Ohio to testify in a murder trial. That was when I was still working at the sheriff's office, and I had done the open records request and blah, blah, blah. So I had to fly up there, and all went well that day. Flew up there. The DA picked us up at the airport, drove us to the courthouse, took us out to lunch, drove us back to the airport, and we flew home. That was about the extent of the day. It was a very long day, though. It wasn't just like that quick. We had to be at the airport at like 5 a.m. and I didn't get home till like 10 that night. He was convicted of murder. Well, then it was in 2015, because it was after I retired, May of 2015, I had to fly back to Sandusky, Ohio, which is the cutest little town, by the way, on Lake Erie. And I had to testify again because of the retrial, okay? Yeah. Well, the bailiff comes to get me, and he takes me to the door, and he's telling me, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk in front of the judge's bench, and then you're gonna see the little witness box. You're gonna go around, he's very detailed, step up into the witness box. But it's very important that you remember to step down out of the witness box, okay? Very important information there. Well, I sat down, I held my hand up and sweared and affirmed and all that good stuff, and then they asked me all these questions, and I answer the questions. All phone calls are recorded. The inmates are notified on the phone that they are recorded, and it says it within the first minute or 30 seconds, and then it's repeated every couple of minutes throughout the phone call. These phone calls are being recorded, so it's not like entrapment because they know. Plus, it's written in the book. Well, this guy admitted to killing this person on the phone, talking to whoever. And that's why I had to go testify that I got it from that pod and that phone number, and that was his emergency contact number, and I mean just all the stuff, right? I get through testifying. It's time for me to step down out of the witness box. Did I step down? No, I did not. I just started walking like I was on flat land. And have you ever run head first across a room? I ran head first across the room, and I started getting tickled as I was running head first across the room because I couldn't stop myself from running across the room. And guess what I was running towards? The inmate that was on trial for murder. And by the time I got to his table and could stop myself, which was across the room, I was laughing hysterically. I mean, mostly from embarrassment mostly from nervousness, but I could not stop laughing. Yeah. So I walked out of the courtroom still laughing, and the guy who had picked us up from the airport, he said, "What happened?" I said, "I tripped and ran all the way across the room." I said, "I will not be coming back up here because I don't want to see any of these people again." Thankfully, I have not had to return since, well, almost 9 years. I have not had to return. But yeah, that was a doozy. Anyway, I am out running errands, and I'm going to insert the videos I did this morning, and then I'll come back and say toodles, okay? But stay tuned because there's more coming. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm out checking on my garden. Y'all want to see it? But I came on here to say that I would just like to tell the world that I am better than I used to be about planting and gardening, because I used to freak out when I had dirt, especially under my nails. Now the only person that freaks out is my nail girl. Sorry, Brandy. I'll scrub them, okay? But wearing gloves, it's kind of like wearing a, condominium. It just don't feel right. Not that I've ever experienced wearing one. I've just heard it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just turn this around and show you, okay? There's gnats out here. Looky there. My tomatoes. My cucumbers, I don't know. I think they have been watered too much, but not by me, by the rain. Have you ever seen the rain? I don't know why that one's so small, because they were all planted at the same time. But I sprayed them down with some copper fungicide this morning because it looked like they had the beginning of blight, which is little brown spots on the leaves. So I pulled off those leaves. That's what I was read. That's what I read. But I don't know about the cucumbers. Y'all can tell me what that is. Is that from too much rain? Because like I said, I'm not watering. I mean, I have watered, but shut up, Tracy. Okay, and that's I think that's the jalapeno. Yeah, the jalapeno. And that's sweet peppers, zucchini and squash, or vice versa, and my cilantro. And of course, I plant marigolds around my tomatoes. Oh, I got a gnat in my face. Ugh, because it's supposed to keep the bugs off of your tomatoes so that you don't have to use so many chemicals. Look at these gnats. Ugh. I don't like talking to y'all without looking at you, you know? I mean, it's different if I'm showing you something, but if I'm not showing you something, it just feels weird, you know? That's what Jesus. That's what he said. Okay, so my dad built me this stoop. Okay, I'll turn it back around, okay? Okay. My dad built me this because, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a pretty high step. And when Charlie was here, and he was, of course, much older, it was very hard for him to jump off of that the older he got. Now, I'm sure Penny could do it because, you know, Penny's Penny. Penny's a good girl. Yes, there is. Penny's a good girl. You can't talk to her, though, because she'll come see you. Yes, yeah, I'll come see Mama. Anyway, my dad built me this, but if you step on it just right, you know, at this end, it pops up on that end, but thankfully that brick catches it. But yeah, I would like to someday build an entire deck, D-E-C-K, deck, over this patio and have it either come up to the bottom of that brick or come all the way up to even with this brick, so I can just walk straight out. What do y'all think? Which should I do? Should I come? I mean, not like I have the money anytime soon, but should I come to the bottom of this brick, or should I bring the porch all the way up to this one? And I should blow my patio. The queen of the jungle. Oh, oh. I wish I could sing that from Lion King. Aren't those beautiful? Someone asked me again yesterday what they are. They're Japanese maples. I told that person they stay red. So they come in red, and then they're starting to turn green, and they'll be green for summer, but as soon as fall starts coming in, they're gonna go back to red, and then of course they lose their leaves in the fall. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, that's it for part 1. I'm just sitting in my car. So I'll be back hopefully later. I'll come up with something else to talk about, and I'll see you on part 2 later. And if you don't see me later, that means I didn't come up with anything to talk about, okay? Okay, toodles for now. Good afternoon. Can I tell you what you should not do before you go shopping? Yes, I went shopping again. Oh, the horror of it all. But my sister's birthday is a week from Monday, and I'm going up hopefully this Wednesday to celebrate her birthday with her because she has plans the week after. Anyway, none of that really matters, but I had to go pick her out a couple of things, and then I had to stop by Home Depot because all of that stuff I bought to install the glass in my door, I took it back because I just hired somebody. I was like, you know what? As accident prone as I am, I don't need to be cutting on glass. Am I right? I'm right. So I took all that back. Well, anyway, this morning I got up and I was extremely thirsty. And so I drank a bottle of water. You know, no big deal. Well, why does it seem that the more water you drink, the more water you want? I mean, is that the case for everyone? So I kept going in there and drinking water. I mean, I was scrubbing my bathroom. I was outside in my garden area, and I was thirsty, and I came back in and I drank some more water, and I drank some more water. When I drank some more water, well, I get to the first place, and I'm like, oh, geez. I did go before I left the house, Mommy, but I gotta go again. And at this store, you have to ask someone to unlock the door because it's kind of a hoity-toity shop. And, you know, I guess they don't want you to go in there and stuff things in your wherever and steal it. So I was about to walk up front and ask someone to unlock it when I see someone coming. And I said, can you let me in the restroom? And she says, well, she's first. So after she comes out, will you just leave it unlocked so she can go in? And I was like, cool. So I'm standing there basically like a 10-year-old with my legs together waiting on the bathroom. So I leave there and then I go to Home Depot. And I'm walking through Home Depot, and the more I walk through Home Depot, I'm like, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? I'm looking for a great big bathroom sign. There's no great big bathroom sign. So then I'm looking for an employee. And if you've been to Home Depot lately, although I will say, I was at the Home Depot on Roswell Road, which is a little more snooty area. I ran out of air. A little more of a snooty area. There was a whole lot more employees over there than the one that I go to, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I was like, can you tell me where your restroom is? And she said, well, there is one over on that wall near the elevators. And I was like, since when does a Home Depot have elevators? Am I right? All their design stuff was up on the 2nd floor. Yeah, that's how hoity-toity this Home Depot was. She said, and that one's a single bathroom, so you can go in there and have privacy. And I was like, well, I don't really need that much privacy to pee, but okay. She said, I didn't say that to her, but you know. She said, the other one's all the way on the other side of the store, and it stalls. And I was like, well, since the one by the elevator is closer, I'll just use that one, okay? She says, nobody knows about it, so you shouldn't have to wait. And I was like, okay. I get over there, and there's someone in there. Cool.
Well, it sounds like her and 12 of her kids are in there at all the sounds going on. And the dryer keeps coming on, and the dryer comes on, and the dryer comes on, and there's lots of giggling. Well, then a man walks by, and he's like, is there someone in there, and are you waiting? I said, yes, someone's in there, and yes, I am waiting. And he goes, and he keeps walking, and I'm like, so this one's the one that no one knows about, huh? So anyway, this lady comes out, and then this child comes out. Then another child comes out. She said, we're a whole crew in here. And I was like, I don't care how many's in. Just come on out, because I need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I drank too much water before I left the house. So then I get in the car to leave there, and I was like, can I go to Petco and stop at one more place that I need to stop at without having to go? Can I? Oh. So I did. I made it through the next 2 stops, and I made it home. Barely. I was running in the door. Don't drink 2 bottles of water before you leave the house to go shopping, okay? Okay, the next thing I'm going to tell you is, 1, who told me to watch New Amsterdam? Because you're in trouble, okay? Because I don't want to do anything but sit and watch New Amsterdam, okay? Especially in the evenings. I'm like, everybody call me and get out of the way because I need to go watch my show. It's my show now, okay? Like my grandma used to watch As the World Turns and The Bold and the Beautiful. I've got to go watch New Amsterdam, okay? So whoever told me about that, thank you very much, because I can't get anything done. It's so good, okay? And 2, I hurt myself. You can't really tell that I hurt myself, but you can't even tell. But you know those pant hangers that have the little clips on them? Well, I was trying to get it to open so I could slide my pants up in there because half my pants had fallen down in the closet. And I was trying to clip it again, and the daggum clip got me. It pinched me. I thought it was going to bring up a blood blister. It was terrible. But I think I'm going to live, okay? Everybody was very consistent with their answers about my deck and said that it should come straight out from the brick, and I do agree. And yeah, because that's a good point about not having to tell people to step down, because my mother never watched where she was going, and if there was a slight step down and she didn't know it, she would have, did like me in the courtroom and just traveled on across the room. I do get it from her. Okay, so I have the dog and the cat up there, which I like them, and I like my painting that Randy did, but I feel like it needs more. So let's figure something out, okay? I bought some ferns today that I'm going to put up there. So let me go get the stepladder. Hold on. Okay, also, I have these boxes that I picked up at the post office way back when I was doing Poshmark. I didn't return them. So I'm just going to lay, and that is a riser. It's called a riser. It's got little legs under it, and it just lifts this little one up so it can be as high as this one. It's actually a little higher, but that's fine. It's okay when you're a little higher, right? Okay, so I bought these today at Casabella. I like them because they're soft. I don't like when you buy things like this, little picks like this, and they're like super, I don't know. They're hard to work with because they're so scratchy and stiff. Okay, so I'm just going to open these up a little bit. Please stand by. I think I'm probably the most immature 59-year-old woman you'll ever meet, okay? Quite possibly. So I'm just opening these up. Now, you can buy these at the Dollar Tree. You can buy them anywhere. You don't have to go all bougie like I did. you just open them up a little bit. And then I'm just going to lay them right here, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to open the other one up, and then I'll show you what I did. But then I'm going to also put something in front, in between this and in front of that picture. But I don't want it to be too big, because then it will take away from the picture. Know what I mean? All right, so hold on just a second. Okay, so there's the greenery, and I just, I just laid it in here, and you just kind of keep messing with it, but see how it just kind of fills that in? So then I think I'll just get like a little candle or something to sit right there, and that way it won't look so bare, and it won't take away from the picture behind it. I'll have to keep playing on that side to get that down some, because it's standing up too much. You stole my stool, Gracie. I think I'm just gonna use this. Yes, I am. Will you share with me? Huh? Will you share space with me? Lord help me, Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right there. It doesn't have to be anything. It might need to be bigger than that. Yeah, it's going to have to be taller than that. Okay. I may use this. Y'all, I actually carved this. Not this part. This is just a stick. But I carved the owl. And I don't know if you can tell how much detail it has. Now, I had trouble doing it. I went with Reba to take the class, and I had trouble. So the lady had to help me, and then the lady painted it. I can't paint that good. I think I'll use this. And I'll just set it right there. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? And it kind of blends in with the picture. So I laid that part down. So isn't that much better? It just kind of fills it in some. Yeah, sometimes you just have to play with it. All right. Okay, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people will be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which, good Lord willing, will be tomorrow, since I post twice a day every day. Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly, my friends. Goodbye.